All right. Thought I'd do a video log today because this is the last day that I own this car. Bam, dream car. I am selling it, long story short, to buy a McLaren. I thought I'd do a little video log just to run through my ideas and just kind of film the car because I've never gotten it on film. I've never done a video with it. No, it's not a rental. No, it's not a lease. I didn't finance it. I paid cash for this, just like I paid cash for this t-shirt. And it was actually my dream for the last 6 years. I know it sounds super corny, but my whole goal when I started out entrepreneurship, one of my big goals was just to be that young guy who's, 27 years old and has the cool car and stuff like that, with the doors that go up. I wanted to experience life like that, and it happened about 2 months ago. I bought the car. Things just rolled well. I just moved back from the Caribbean, and I was able to buy it. And now I'm selling it to buy Bitcoin. Actually, not Bitcoin. I'm selling it to buy Stellar Lumens at around 25 cents. I'm actually putting the whole thing in Stellar Lumens. I have other money already in the crypto space right now, and I am doing ridiculously well. So it makes absolutely no sense for me to have my money in this car, but I wanted to share just a little thing that I learned about this car, right? Or just about hitting a dream goal that you have, hitting something like that, and what it kind of does to you, and why it often doesn't have the super lasting feeling, and what I'm kind of starting to understand. Oh, this is a cool shot right here. Boom, what's up? All right, so, I mean, if you read books, you kind of realize that it's about the journey, right? They always tell you it's about the journey and it's not about this goal, but like, it's one thing to actually tell someone that the stove is hot, and it's another thing for you to touch the fucking stove and to burn your hand and go to the hospital and really know what the stove is hot. So here's kind of one thing that I kind of learned about myself after buying this thing. It was that it's not about getting to the top of Mount Everest, right? It's not the peak that matters, but it's the adventure that kind of matters. For me, it's not about the fucking car, right? It was the kind of person you had to become to get this car. That's the big deal. That was what really was important for me. So once you achieve a big goal in your life, if you're like me and you're addicted to adventure, right, which is not safety, it's not security, it's not taking the safe way, it's about adventure. It's about picking a goal that takes a fuck long time to get to and just saying like I don't care how I get there. All I know is I'm going to get there, or it's not over till I win, until I hit this goal. And it's about being on the adventure, If you're out there like hustling, you got a business and maybe not doing amazing, you're still on a fucking adventure. You're still on this like journey that you're on. You got to remember that. And you got to remember, sure, you'll get to this point one day, and then you're going to move on to your next adventure. And that's what it's about. It's actually about getting to this point, or not that point, but your goal as fast as possible, because then you can move on to the next main idea that you have, or the next kind of main goal that you want to achieve. So yeah, every time you hit a big milestone in your life, you evolve onto this next version of it. You dig deeper. Okay, what's more important to me to this car? And sure, you can skip the whole idea of the car, but man, if your dream is to fucking get it, then you better do whatever it takes to get it. Like that's a stage you got to go through. Sometimes you have goals that sure you can skip, but sometimes if the goal's big enough, there's no skipping. There's no like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking sacrifice being young and not doing this. Like, you gotta really go for it, like as hard as you can, like harder than you've ever gone for anything in your whole life, type of deal. So again, you evolve, you learn, it digs deeper inside of you, and you find something that means more to you than the car. So anyway, this is my last day with the car. I'm selling it to buy Stellar Lumens. I think it's XLM. Who knows? I'm getting 140 grand for this. I paid 183 after taxes. All it takes is like a good 20% gain for me to make my money back. And I'm doing way better than 20% right now with my current portfolio. So crypto is the next big thing. I think I'm just going to go super hard into it just to see what happens. And yeah, that's the whole idea, guys. I'm making a video because I've never gotten this car, and I just want to share my thoughts right now. Will it work, or will I go broke? Only time will tell. Let's see. One thing's for sure that I know, though, is no one can deny that Pete is fucking going for it. I got goals. I like the expensive goals because if I ever decide I just want to go live in the woods again, that's just a mindset switch. It's super easy, but it's hard to do it's hard to change your bank account. That's not an easy switch to make, so that takes a lot of practice. So I'm going for bigger financial goals, and maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll go broke. Either way, it should be fun. Later. Goodbye, dream car. Bugatti next?